All right, all right.
Yeah. All right, tell me about Loki.
Okay. I thought, okay, here are my notes because I was like, actually, that was the very first. That was even before the Marvels. That was the first one. I thought the story. I remember. I don't even remember season one, but I remember like I was like, oh, it was pretty good. I feel like this was like either about the same level or like a little bit higher. But I thought the episodes themselves were like each episode was like, okay, yeah, we're like, the pace was good. I think is what I'm trying to say. The pace was good overall. The story moved pretty nicely, and I like how like Loki got kind of overpowered at the end. I kind of like that because like
Oh yeah,
these
super overpowered.
yeah these are supposed to be like like gods, right? Like they're like saying that in the show, but like yeah, like they're like I was literally seeing like a legend, like a myth in front of my eyes, So I thought that was pretty cool.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think. I kind of watched this like a while back too,
a
so I'm
while
trying to
ago
like
too.
pull up
Yeah,
my notes. Um, but I thought it was good overall. I liked that he. Well, that's kind of spoilers, but the ending where he's kind of just, I guess he's just sitting
oh
there. I
yeah,
mean, it's cool. He had a really
yeah,
cool moment walking up to it and doing the
yeah.
whole
It was very
thingy.
dramatic.
It was very dramatic. Some might say over dramatic. Um, but it was cool. I get it. Like his
Hmm.
whole story arc came to an end in a
Yeah.
really nice way. Of him, like, oh, the whole thing is that he wants to get a throne. This ever since the
Yeah.
beginning, and he got one. End of
Hmm.
story.
I
Very.
like how that last episode it just like completely changed from the rest of the show. Like it became its own like thing at that point in the last episode, where it's just like we're watching him. I don't know, like they said like centuries past even, right? Just for him to like learn everything. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
he
just
went
like I
through
just
it
like how different of
like
a show it became at the end.
yeah, because he went through that situation like thousands or whatever
Yeah.
centuries worth of times. I was like, damn, that's crazy, but it makes sense. I liked it.
Yeah. If anything, too, the acting is like really good, especially Tom Hiddleston. Like he
Oh yeah, for
literally
sure. He's
does
really
carry the
good,
show. Yeah.
and I like the way in general that they just play with time in the show. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything like that before, so I think that's
Hmm.
really cool. Um,
Again,
oh
with
yeah,
the Loki and Sylvie relationship, I feel like that was like always the weakest part. Even though I feel like it should be strong, like it's so easy to do, but I don't know. I feel like maybe it's because it just takes a backseat from everything else. That's probably what it is. And then even towards the end of the
mm,
season, it kind of dies out too.
yeah.
That's just me personally. But yeah.
Yeah, I wrote down a line. I texted this to you too when he said, "I'm just gonna sit here and let time pass," and I was like,
Oh
"Ooh,
yeah.
that's a bar." um, but yeah, so overall, I guess. Oh, we should talk about
Okay.
Owen Wilson. Oh, what's his
Oh yeah,
character's
his
name?
whole thing, Mobius.
Yes, Mobius. What did you think of his arc and ending and all that?
Yeah, like I guess that was the best they could do because they can't just have him be there. Like they had to give him some sort of arc. And that was
Yeah.
like I feel like that is the best that they probably could have had, like the most realistic one, especially with like what happens in the end anyway with Loki doing what he does.
Yeah, it did feel like un not like a little, I guess, unsatisfying, in a way for me. I was like, I feel like they could have just kept using him maybe like in something else. No,
Yeah,
since because his whole thing was like he's dedicated to
to the TVA.
this
Yeah.
to the TVA, to this job, and he doesn't care about. And then it kind of felt almost too 180, where he's like
Mm. Okay,
kind
now
of
I want to
completely
know. Yeah.
yeah, and it was like I'll take it, I guess, but I don't know, it wasn't perfect, I guess I'll say.
Yeah.
um but I liked Owen Wilson a lot. I liked his character. I feel like it
No, yeah,
would
he's
have been
pretty
good
good.
to see him in other things, almost like outside the TVA, but I get it.
I'm gonna say my piece about the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, go for it.
No, yeah. I feel like still yet you could totally ignore the Disney Plus shows and you'd still and just if you're a movie only, like you're not missing out on anything. Like
Yeah.
the only like thing you get out of watching the TV show is being like, oh, like you get some stuff like you don't. It's not like you know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just like you get like, oh, okay, well that's cool. You're like it's like you get
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like little
These
connections, but
side
like
stories
overall,
almost.
if you just like a movie only guy, you're like not missing anything at all. Like even if you skip this season of Loki, even everybody
You're
else in
not,
the universe
yeah.
is like only the TVA knows what Loki did, you know, and then
Yep.
like everybody else in the universe is just going along with their lives. They don't give a shit about what like
Yep.
this huge sacrifice that Loki did for them. And it's like, bro, like it's
So-
hard to
so
feel
that
like
cheap-
yeah,
It cheapens it for you. Sorry, continue.
yeah, yeah. Because like everybody is saying like the show is so good, the show is so good, but it's like it's hard to feel that way when it's like the stakes should have felt like so huge. Like I should want to see
Yeah.
everybody like feeling the stakes, but
Yeah.
it's just
In the
no,
end,
it's
it's
still
just-
contained in this one show though. Like I don't
Mhm.
feel it happening to the universe.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. Yeah, for sure.
And all the shows are like that too. Like just to bring it back to my bigger points, all the shows are like that. Like you're
Yeah.
saying, Secret Invasion. There's just one talk about it's the Kree. What was it the Kree Skrull peace talks? I'm gonna go to space to deal with that, and then yeah, okay,
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I get that they're doing it on purpose, so like, you'll watch the movie even if you don't have Disney Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't like it's besides the point where it still cheapens and
Mhm.
makes the stakes harder to follow, or not harder to follow, harder to like fully believe in, I guess. But yeah, okay. So for Loki, what would you give it out of 5?
Okay. I think it could be a 4, but I don't say 3, because I don't think I'd rewatch it honestly.
I think I'll go. Oh man, yeah. No, I probably wouldn't rewatch it.
It is one of the better ones too, though. Like even with
Yeah,
all
I
said,
did like
but-
it a lot. I'll go 3.5 because I could do half points. Because I was at a 4, but that's true. I don't think I would rewatch it. But it was really interesting, and I enjoyed it.